the Uzumaki Anime disaster. Essentially, if you don't know about it, Uzumaki was a horror manga, or is a horror manga, that was written and created by Junji Ito. It's a classic horror manga. Roughly, I want to say about 6 years ago now, it was announced Cartoon Network's Adult Swim would be bringing a Uzumaki anime to the platform. And a lot of fans of the original manga, like myself, were extremely ecstatic. Like, oh my gosh, this is about to be crazy. They had a few visuals of what it looked like, a few teaser PVs back in 2019, and it was just like, let's go. Then post 2019, there was a bunch of delays, and then of course COVID happened, so it was a massive delay. And year after year, basically we kept getting similar response that, yo dog, it's coming, it'll come when it's ready, this, that, and the third. A lot of delays. Well, finally 2024 arrives and they're ready to go. We got the launch set up. We're going to have the Uzumaki anime, and we get the first episode, and it completely lives up to the hype. It basically says, yeah dog, it was worth the wait. It's immaculate. Again, this is only supposed to be a 4-episode series, mind you, but the first episode was amazing as far as visually, aesthetically, and of course, even being close to the source material. Now, me personally, I was kind of like, well, the manga's fine for me, but regardless, then the second episode shows up, and the second episode of Uzumaki is a disaster in terms of art and animation. It went from, if episode 1 you consider it a 9 or a 10, episode 2's art and animation drop was to that of like a 5 to a 6. Sometimes it was just downright bad, where I'm just like, bro, this is a still drawing of 2 characters. There's no animation required. Why does it look like this? So the second episode had an immense drop, and well, the people down at Adult Swim and the crew responded to the backlash, because a lot of people feel bamboozled and upset, like, bro, it's a 4-episode anime. We've been waiting like 5 or 6 years for this. What happened? Why is episode 1 immaculate and episode 2 a drastic drop in quality? And well, here's what the people over there had to say. While Uzumaki's first episode was one that drew plenty of eyeballs, it appears as though the second episode hasn't been a hit amongst the anime fan community. Many viewers have taken to social media to express their beliefs that something has gone wrong in terms of the latest Junji Ito anime adaptation. In a shocking twist, Toonami co-creator Jason Demarco discussed the issues with the animation of Uzumaki episode 2. Unfortunately, this latest statement has horror and anime fans alike wondering how the final 2 episodes of the spooky miniseries will look in comparison to its premiere. Demarco, following the reception to Uzumaki's second installment, took to his official social media account on Blue Sky, saying the following before deleting said comments. We knew this would happen. I can't talk about what went down, but we were screwed over, and the options were A, not finish and air nothing and call it a loss, B, just finish and air episode 1 and leave it incomplete, or C, run all 4, warts and all. Out of respect for the hard work, we chose C. Thanks to this statement, many are left wondering if Uzumaki can stick the landing when its finale airs later this month. Demarco had more to share on the recent installment of the Uzumaki anime as a whole. After waiting so long, it makes sense people would be mad. Unfortunately, I can't tell them who to blame it on, but someone is definitely at fault here, and we all just had to do our best when things imploded. Maybe others would have made different choices. We did the best we could with what we had. Again, a lot of people worked very hard on this show, and I didn't think the actions of just 1 or 2 people should be the reason it never saw the light of day. Maybe that's the wrong choice. I truly don't know, but those people have a right to be annoyed and disappointed. I'm glad you are digging it. In 2022, Demarco already was ringing the alarm bell on the potential problems surrounding the spooky anime adaptation. When asked as to whether or not Toonami and Adult Swim would create a new adaptation of Junji Ito's work, the Toonami creator said, if I'm being honest, it's been very challenging to adopt that style. I don't know if we could do it again. And so yeah, it basically seems as though some of the higher ups, even above Jason Demarco, which Jason Demarco has been kind of, I want to say, like a figurehead in terms of Toonami and Adult Swim. He's been one of the, spearheads of a lot of different projects, and in general, I always attribute a lot of anime success in the West due to a lot of decisions he and his team over at Toonami have made over the last decade and a half plus, just in general in programming and putting this whole block together. So the fact that Uzumaki bombed, and you could tell that Jason Demarco isn't happy about it at all, I'm going to assume, again, people higher up than him, maybe his bosses, maybe people that are in charge of cutting the checks for budgets and whatnot, maybe they just didn't believe believe in the project after so many delays and decided, you know what, initially we was gonna give you $5 million to make this anime, now you're getting $1 million. I'm assuming it went something in that ballpark, and that's probably why it went the way it did, where episode 1 looks breathtaking because they were initially probably greenlit with a bunch of money to make it, and then after the fact it was like, oh no, by the way, moving forward y'all not getting that type of money. And it sucks because Uzumaki, you know, deserved better, but at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you, I still could probably finish watching it. I mean, episode 1 was incredible and episode 2 was definitely a decline in quality, but in terms of for what it is and considering the fact that it's not a big action piece, like if this was an action anime, we would be in a world of trouble. But considering the fact that it's just a horror anime where the characters aren't moving that much outside of doing crazy spirals and stuff like that, I think it's okay and I'm not too bothered by it. But yeah, it is definitely noticeable of a drop in quality, and after a 5-year wait, personally I completely understand the fandom's disappointment in the Uzumaki anime kind of declining in quality. But let me know how you feel about this. How do you feel about the Uzumaki anime? Are you bothered by the decline in quality from episodes 1 to 2 and your overall thoughts of it? But that's all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more.
I'm not your type. I'm not the kind of dude you're looking for in your life. You want somebody special. You want somebody wise. You want somebody strong. You want somebody kind. That's fine.